Hello everybody and welcome to another 1/6 collectible action figure review. Today I'm taking a look at the Lord of the Rings Grishnakh from the guys over at Asmus. This is of course that troublesome orc that wanted to eat Merry and Pippin. The box is quite minimalistic with the artwork on the front and the warnings and licensing on the rear. And on the inside he comes with a sleeve with information on the character and the issue number. And the figure himself is placed in a foam insert. And here he is out of the packaging in all his glory. And he really is glorious. Like what I've done here, I've incorporated my kind of metallic background with some grass. There we go, that makes all the difference, having grass in there. The sculpt is absolutely sublime. Now the hair doesn't come like this off the bat, so I'll just take a quick look at the head sculpt. Basically the hair comes plastered to the back of the head. Now I've looked at the screenshots and it's kind of frizzy out to the side, so all I've done, I've applied some steam to the hair itself and just puffed it out a little bit with a comb. And the same with this jacket, so I've kind of just puffed up the first sections a bit just to make it look a little bit more aggressive. The teeth alone are incredible. That's just from eating rotten meat. Oh yes, he does enjoy eating legs. Legs, they don't need those. Oh, I think it's a fantastic representation. I really do. I never thought I'd enjoy sculpting an action figure's hair, just kind of like messing it about and getting it to as screen accurate as I would have liked. I think it's incredible. I just feel like I need a blue tinge to this this shot though, just to make it a little bit more like they're standing there in the rain, arguing amongst themselves. I love that reflection in those piercing eyes as well. Levels of detailing Asmus goes to with these figures is insane. I mean, just look at the fur coat. You've got the tusks on here. You've got the armor section underneath as well. These are die cast. They feel quite heavy. Just the little chainmail sections. Now we do have to add these sections on. They come packaged separately. Very easy to add them on. Just pop the hands off and then slide these up and over. Nothing in the instructions about them, but they are very, very straightforward. They've got a fantastic weathered look to them. I actually thought they were metallic to begin with, but they're not. It's just an extremely good paint job on those. Taking a look at the hands, they come with these gloves over them. You can see the fingertips piercing through, but the gloves haven't been made as fingerless. They've been cut. You can see there's like fraying around the edges there. You've got the stitching lines going around over the thumb and across the backs of the fingers. Fantastic shading, really nice kind of leathery paint application as well. It looks very convincing. Now, along with this open palm hand, we also have a kind of open grasped, almost quizzical hand. We get one of those for both the left and the right hand side. Again, we also get an open palm for both sides as well. All of these have very nice paint applications with the fingers and the dirty nails. And we also get a clenched fist for both hands as well, which allows us to hold his weapon. Now, his weapon of choice is this very nice blade. We have a very convincing wrap. This is actually kind of a rubbery texture on here, so it does feel like it's kind of a leather strap going around. It's a nice hilt to the sword there. I think that's the Eye of Sauron there, if I'm not mistaken, just engraved in that hilt. This has a very nice kind of flint stone-esque look to it. It's a very, very nice, clean paint applications. That is very, very convincing. Yeah, just making sure it's not actually stone. It's not stone. It's just good paint. Now, Grishnakh doesn't have a huge variety of accessories. Now he has those hands, he has the sword, and his last piece is the pièce de résistance. It is the Spear of Rohan, and it is fantastic. Look at this. Again, they've got a very nice wrap on here. This doesn't have the same leathery, rubbery feel to it that the sword hilt does, but it's still nice nonetheless. We have a very nice, clean, crisp, metallic look to the spear. Quite sharp, so be careful. And then we have the blood splats. Look. That's just awesome. I absolutely love this. It's fantastic if you want a really nice central display piece. Tucking it down under the fur and the middle plates. Look at that. That looks incredible. He's like, straight through his torso. Especially the blood splats. That just looks incredible. It's like it's just a freeze frame from that exact moment in the movie. And you've got one at the back as well. You've got entry and exit point. As you know, Transformers is my main reviewing genre, and 1/6 is kind of new to me. So if you've come across from my Transformers lineup and you'd like to see the articulation on the 1/6 figures, prepare to be amazed. It's glorious. The heads can look up and down. We can go left and right, and we can tilt side to side in an extremely natural pose. The neck on this is very deep. It goes right the way down, so everything is kind of covered, everything is hidden. The entire range is very natural. Coming over to the shoulders, and although we have all these added armor plates that we put on, there still is no hindrance in the arm movement at all. It can go all the way around. We can go forwards and backwards, up and down. We do have an upper rotation. We have a bend at the elbow, bringing the elbow up and above 90 degrees. We have a rotation on the wrist. We have a forwards and backwards motion on the wrist. Coming around to the torso, there is a ball inside there, so we can get a fantastic range on the abdominal muscles. We get backwards and forwards, so we can get a really nice hunch. We get tilt side to side. We get a full rotation in there. Coming down to the legs, we can go this far forwards, and we can go out to the side, bringing it this far back. There is some hindrance around the bum here, so you can't get a perfectly straight line. It does come up and out to the side. We have an upper thigh rotation. We have a nice bend at the knee, just over 90 degrees. And coming down to the ankles, we go up and down, left and right, with fantastic pivoting. I mean, I love them shoes. They're like leather and wood, I guess. They're incredibly well crafted. Very, very smooth, realistic paint applications. Now, initially when I got this figure, I was unsure whether he's the right size and scale. Obviously, Gothmog is more of a battling kind of warrior orc. And, well, Grishnakh is more of a hunter, stroke weasel. But they are both orcs nonetheless, and I think it's more about how they carry themselves. Now, in my opinion, in the movie, he was more of kind of this crouched, scurrying position, kind of knowing his place in the food chain. And looking at them like that, I think that actually works incredibly well. Another good thing I like to do is, if you have other orcs in the series, you do get these lovely accessories, and I think you could kind of have the likes of Grishnakh just scurrying down, feeding off the meat. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. If you are a lover of Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, 1/6 figures, or all things vile and evil, I think that Grishnakh is definitely a good figure and a very solid purchase. The levels of detailing on the clothing alone that Asmus goes to is remarkable. They have a very high screen accuracy, and the sculpts that they deliver just appear to be getting better and better. This is actually one of my favourite figures they have made to date, and unfortunately I now have to go on asmustoys.com to hunt down a Merry and Pippin, because this guy is feeling extremely hungry. Is this your first look at a 1/6 figure? If so, let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. I should have a full gallery available over at benscollectibles.com within the next few days. And until next time, from myself and the evil orc, Grishnakh, goodbye.